All right, so to answer the question, can you pull off a muscle core oil pan off of a LQ4 with the engine in the car in an LS swap 96 Impala without lifting the motor? The answer is no, you cannot do that. I got it loosened. It would not come down, so I had to lift the engine up pretty high to get it out of there. I mean, at this point, I might as well pull the motor, but I have no reason to. That elusive lifter that I couldn't find, it was sitting in the bottom of the pan. This did not look good. Cleaned this up real nice. It was chocolate milky, pretty bad. But I did find the lifter. It was in the bottom of the pan. Cleaned it up, cleaned up underneath with brake clean, got as much of the chocolate milk out as possible. So I'm gonna put this pan back on, lower the engine back down, get the car back on the ground, put the heads on, get the lifter, the last couple lifters in, head gaskets on, heads on, torque them down, and try to get this thing back running today. I am gonna finish the car. I didn't get to finish it last time. The customer had kind of changed his mind about what we were doing and things just got crazy, but I'm happy I was able to get it back so I can finish it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the engine back running, finish the cooling system, hook up all the AC stuff, possibly try to get the AC working today, tune it, finish the interior, put a radio in it, put a lower dash on it, clean it all up real nice, polish the wheels, or clean them up as good as I can. This tire here is leaking pretty bad. I filled up all the tires this morning to push it in here, and this one's leaking pretty bad, and it's backwards on the wheel. It's supposed to be on the other side, so we got to switch those around. Just give it a good wash, clean up the interior, finish some other stuff on it, and get it all finished up. And then hopefully at some point today I can try to get this this elusive pain in the ass bolt out, so I can pull this cam out. And then I'm waiting on the heads for this engine from the machine shop. Just some stock 706s going on here, and that's about it. So I pulled the car in this garage. This is the same garage that I did we did Torian's car in when we did the transmission before Classic. It was supposed to be super cold, but it was this morning when I took the kids to the school, but it wasn't too bad. I could actually did this out there, but I pushed it in here just because I was like, man, it's gonna be cold. And the other car, the other LS car, I'm waiting on some parts for that, so that's kind of on hold. So I was like, I want to get finished up on this. So the gray car has actually turned into a whole big project now. My boy Derek hit me up and was like, you know what, let's go ahead and do the suspension and the sound system and all that stuff. So we ordered some parts, should be here in a few days. So once I get the rear main all done and the oil pan gasket and all that good stuff, we're gonna do front end suspension, upper and lower control arms in the front and the rear, new shocks and sound system. And put some Memphis 12s, Memphis amps, and I think he's got some speakers in there already. So I just got to run the wiring for the amp, make an amp rack, all that good stuff. And we're not going with a custom box in this one. I got a coupon box in there I'm not gonna be doing anything with, so we'll toss that in there and it should sound really nice, and we'll get that gray car up and going. So that's what we're doing today. Working on this this beast here. So let me go ahead and jump underneath, get this pan back on, get the engine set back down, and get it back together, and hopefully try to fire it up today, get it going. I mean, I got everything I need. They had already bought head gaskets and bolts and all that stuff for it, so I got everything I need. Just gonna go ahead and toss it back in there, and should be good. Should be good. All right. I had just started this video, but the battery died. So, got the oil pan back on the engine, and on the black one that I'm doing the head gasket on. getting ready. I got the new head gaskets on it. Getting ready to set the heads on it. But I remembered you got to blow out those holes, because when you pull the heads off, a bunch of coolant and crud and all that stuff will spill into the holes that you actually bolt the head bolt holes. So you want to go ahead and, you know, just take a blow gun and just blow those out before you torque the heads down, because you don't want that water and oil and all that stuff down in those holes. So you can get a good seat and a good torque. So I had a compressor, a little rigid pancake compressor that I had borrowed from a friend of mine. He took it back, so I didn't have a compressor, which wasn't a big deal, because if you've watched my videos, I use Milwaukee just about everything. So I got a Milwaukee electric ratchet, I got my Milwaukee 3/8 impact, I even got a Milwaukee die grinder, and I was using that to clean up the head surface. So not having a compressor wasn't a big deal. However, when it came time to blow these holes out, couldn't do it because I didn't have the compressor. So, new tool alert. Went ahead and picked up the finest Harbor Freight compressors that they had. This one was actually on sale. It's normally like $300. It was on sale for like $2 something. You know, reasonably cheap, should do just about everything I need. I don't have a lot of air tools. I mean, I fill up tires, and I have a blow, you know, like an air blow gun that I use for stuff just like this. But other than that, I don't have many air tools. So now that I have a better air compressor, maybe I can start investing in you know, more air tools. I know what I do need is an air hammer, an air chisel, and I don't know, whatever else. I can, you know, go from there. But you know, they all say invest in yourself, so this is an investment in myself, and you know, wasn't super expensive. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing unboxed and set up. I already opened it, but I haven't taken it out yet. Figured it'd make a good video. So, you know, the reviews on it were pretty good. I've had pretty good luck with Harbor Freight stuff. I had Harbor Freight winch on my trailer. Sorry, I get another one actually. But the reviews on this are pretty good. So, I mean, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not relying on it for work. So, you know, the little bit of stuff that I do, I mean, that little pancake compressor worked great for, you know, the little bit of air stuff I did with it. But now that I have something bigger, I can do more stuff. You know, so invest in yourself, man. You know, if you're getting into working on cars and stuff like that, go out and buy tools. You know, they're gonna pay for themselves. You know, I used to buy tools, use them, and take them back, you know, when I finished with the job, and then I'd face a similar job later, and I'm like, damn, if I had that tool, I could have did it. So, you know, and now the job is taking twice as long because I didn't have the tool, or now I got to go buy it again, and, you know, so, you know, I don't hesitate to spend money on tools. I've got plenty of tools, and this was a big purchase, one of my to-do purchases. You know, it just up till this point I really didn't have a need for it, but I gotta blow those holes out, so that's how I'm gonna justify it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up, fill it up with air. We're gonna blow these head bolt holes out, get these heads torqued, and get this thing back together, and hopefully we can get it running today. That was the project for today while we wait on the water pump for the other car. So these are the other heads. Those old heads were cracked, so we got a new set of heads going on it. So let me get this thing unboxed and set up, and we'll check it out. Right here.
I done called your name like 10 times. No one came out here running around.
Right here. What happened?
I wanted to see if I could just leave my car there.
Yeah.
Too late now. I done came back out and moved it.
You can always just leave your car wherever and I'll move it because I know you got to get back in the house. Getting in trouble.
Who was over there?
Filming.
Oh, sorry.
You're not sorry. I'm putting this on the channel too, so people can see how you treat me.
Now I know that you're not because you're doing it like that. You talking all that talk right now as if you in charge around here. Ha!
I'm gonna just edit this part out. All right, so got it filled up. I let it break in. Now I've got it. I let it fill up. Took about maybe 10 minutes to fill all the way up, but the pressure seems to be holding steady. I already got my air line in. I went ahead and got that set up, so it's holding. While I was waiting on that, though, I was over here fighting with this thing. And I got the bolt out, and I got the cam out. So, oh, for a freshly rebuilt motor, these cam bearings look a little suspect. I mean, it's just that one, but I don't know. But anyway, I got it out. I had to hit it with the impact and all kinds of stuff, but got that pesky bolt out. I don't know who the hell torqued that down, but it's supposed to be, you know, 18 to 22 foot-pounds. It was like 100. So now what we've been waiting for is to use this to blow those holes out, and we'll get these heads torqued down. All right, got the first, dirty. All right, got the first head torqued down. Boy, don't anybody ever tell you this isn't easy. It just takes a little elbow grease. I use this book as a guide. Even now I've torqued down several heads and I still use it just to keep track. You can see this is the dirtiest page. So this lets you know the order in which to go. So these are your 10 millimeters up here, then these are the 15 millimeters. On the blocks that are pre-2004, all these bolts will be the same size and these three middle ones will be the same size, but these outer two will be shorter. After 2004, they made all these bolts the shorter bolts. So torque specs, pretty easy. Initial pass, 22 foot-pounds. So all these will get 22 foot-pounds on the first pass. The second pass will be 90 degrees. So all these will get 90 degrees. Except for the top ones. These just get the 22 foot-pounds at the top, and then that's it. Those are the smaller 10 millimeter ones. Then these will all get 90. Then the third pass, depending on what block you have, if you have a pre-2004, these all get 70, and then these all get 70, and two outer ones will get 50 degrees. If you have the all short ones, then they all get 70 on the third pass. And that's it. You just go in order and torque them down, and you know, just keep track of which one you did. So now I'm getting ready to do the other side. I kind of just run them down with the electric ratchet first, and then I go ahead and give them a torque with the torque wrench. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out now, get the other heads torqued down, and once we get the heads torqued down, we'll put the push rods in, we'll put the rockers on. Can't forget those the block offs back here for the steam port. Don't forget to put those on. I've done that before. Put an engine together and turn it on and just throwing water out the back. So put that on, get the push rods, rocker arms, get the whole valve train assembled. Then we'll get the front timing cover back on, torque that down, get the balancer back on, valve covers, coils, intake, you know. And actually, no, after I get done with the heads, I'm gonna get the exhaust on, because that's gonna be a pain in the ass. It's not terrible, but it's just, out of everything that I have to do, that's one of the tougher things. So I'll get that all together. I used the compressor a few minutes ago, and now I'm just letting it sit to see if it drops, if the pressure drops while it's sitting. So basically I'm just waiting for it to kick on. If it kicks on, then we know we have a leak. But if it doesn't, then we are good to go. Definitely a lot of air pressure in that thing. I mean, it was blowing, those holes were filled with coolant and brake clean, all kinds of stuff. So I mean, it was blowing it everywhere. But always remember, a lot of people, I mean, the first time I did this on my very first one, I didn't do that, and it didn't turn out well. So that's why I always remember now to do it. Lesson learned, you know. So we'll get this thing back together, and I'll get back with y'all as we go. All right, so it's been a couple hours. It's dark out now. Pretty much got everything on there. Only thing I'm missing right now is the tool to put the power steering pump pulley back on. I don't know where mine is, so I'll have to grab one tomorrow. And I forgot about exhaust manifold gaskets. The old ones were like stuck to the old heads, so they're at the machine shop. So those are done. So I got to get new exhaust manifold gaskets before I can put the exhaust back on. But I got pretty much everything back on. Crank pulley, water pump, got the radiator back in. I'm gonna go grab some more of these thread type screws so I can bolt this down properly. Tensioner's on, intake is on and bolted. Got all the ejectors plumbed. The only thing I haven't put on yet is the coil packs and the plugs and all that. I'll do that after I get the exhaust on. I'm gonna take this line off and just, it's not quite even, so I'm just gonna trim a little bit off of it to get it right. It just doesn't look right, so we'll fix that. That's about it, really. I mean, everything else is pretty much hooked up, so it's pretty much as far as I can get tonight with everything. It's kind of cold, I'm kind of hungry. I've been working on it all day, so tomorrow I'll go get the tool to put the power steering pump pulley back on and get some exhaust manifold gaskets. I'll probably toss some new plugs in it, and we'll fire it up and see how it does. So other than that, everything else went pretty smooth. Didn't really face any major hiccups. So we will we'll pick this back up tomorrow. I may just save it for it. I just may make another video and just start editing this, because I got a little bit of footage. I moved the air compressor to my other garage where all my tools are and everything like that. This is more, where I'm working now is more of like a storage slash, really just storage. Usually this is where I keep all the wheels and engines and all that, but it was kind of cold outside, so I moved some stuff out the way. That's why it's a little junky in here, and pull this car in so I could work. And then it ended up being kind of nice outside today. So, you know, it was actually quite nice. But then, of course, as the sun went down, it got cold. So I guess we will pick this back up, this video. I'll just end this video here, and then I guess the next video that I do will be getting this one running. It'll probably be later tomorrow, maybe even Thursday, because I actually have to go help somebody with something tomorrow, and I'll probably video that. It's pretty cool. It's actually pretty interesting. So we'll finish this thing up tomorrow, and hopefully get it running. Hopefully it runs better. I'm gonna put a tune on it, you know, get all that situated, and hopefully take it for a nice test drive. Well, first I gotta get those wheels fixed. So I'm gonna put it on the ground, push it in all the way, and I'm calling it for the night. So I'll catch y'all later.